Hey, what's up, YouTube? This your girl, Fefe. I am back with another quick word. Listen, let's go ahead and get into it. So, what do you do when life is lifing, when you're going through a tough season, you're going through a storm, and you have to make tough decisions? Decisions like whether you're going to buy soap to take a bath or food to feed your family, or you need to buy food for your family, or you have to get dog food. You have to buy school necessities for the kids, or you have to choose to get house necessities. Some of those choices are very hard, to choose in between. And I honestly, just being transparent, I am currently going through a season like that where, I have to make hard decisions on what should I buy. And I mean, you trust in God, and, you believe in God for this and that. And, it's like, God, I'm doing what you told me to do. And I'm walking in the way you want me to walk. And I'm really living this holy life. And I'm just being obedient to everything your word says, and I'm being obedient to everything you're telling me, and it don't add up. Your bank account don't add up. Your life, it doesn't add up. You are going through, and I mean going through, and you feel like you losing your mind. Your heart feels like your heart is breaking. I'm sure some of you can contest to this. It's not easy. Yes, sometimes I want to throw in the towel. I don't want to pray. I don't, it's like, God, where are you? Why have you forsaken me? But at the same time, you trust in the word. You trust his word, but it's hard. It's not easy. And so I just wanted to come on and just be transparent. I mean, I want to encourage you guys just to keep going, even if it doesn't look like it's supposed to look, even if it doesn't feel the way it's supposed to feel, even if, the word is not adding up to what you're currently going through, the season you're going through. Sometimes God will take us through a season like that to teach us something, to break us. Again, my channel here is called Gracefully Broken. And so God will break you gracefully. He will, through the storm, he will give you peace that surpasses all understanding. So you have to trust him. And like I said, the title of this video is hold on to the word of God. Hold tightly to the word of God, because even when you're going through a tough season, it can be hard, it can be shaky. But if you stand firm on the word, when you're feeling like that, when you feel doubt, and when you feel fear, or when you feel uncertainty, and your faith is low and things like that, you always want to go back to the word. God, his word is true, is active, is alive, and is so good. And it helps you. And so that's why I truly try to stay in the word daily. It's a daily sacrifice. It's a daily surrender. Even if I'm busy, and I most moms and most of us, we have 9 to 5s, and we work and we take care of home and do all the things. But I always make time for the word, even if it's the last thing I'm doing. I know a lot of people say, well, it's not beneficial when you wait to put God last. Yes, and if I have time in the morning, I'll spend time with God in the morning in my word. If not, I'll definitely pray. But also, when I'm done with everything, when I have that quiet time, me and God time, I'll pick up my word. And sometimes that is late in the evening. But as long as you stay rooted in that word, stay grounded in the word. The word is our life. It is, the basic instructions for life. And so I just wanted to come on and encourage you guys. I have been going through a tough season where, things are not just adding up. And I feel like I'm being attacked on every side, but I've learned that, sometimes when you give your life to God and you surrender, it gets bad before it get worse, and in those times he is teaching you, he's molding you, he's pruning you, he's developing you. And so it's a process, and it's a part of the process, and the process is necessary, even when it don't feel good, even when it's painful. I know yesterday I cried in the shower. My heart was so broken. Just being transparent, my kids needed certain things for school and I wasn't able to do it, and that hurt me because it's never been a year that I wasn't able to get everything they needed. Now, God is so good and so sufficient and so faithful. He made sure they got what they needed, but some of the things that they wanted, I wasn't able to get. And so that hurt me as a mom. But, God had to remind me of a thing. He straightened me out real quick and he said, Faye, don't you start that. Don't you start putting yourself down. That doesn't make you less of a mother. That doesn't make you less than, but you're also teaching your kids that, we've lived a life long enough to know that we know what it feels like to have much and we know what it feels like to have less. And so we're grateful for either or. So, it's just like being on the mountaintop and being in the valley low. God is still the same and he's still a promise keeper. So I just wanted to come on and encourage you guys. Just keep fighting, keep walking, keep stepping, continue to be obedient to the Father. Thank you guys so much for joining in really quickly with me. And again, tune in, keep your eyes open for more videos. If you want to hear something, leave comments. I'm really trying to grow this channel. And again, this is something God told me to do. I wouldn't be doing this. And so I'm just going to stay faithful and obedient to the call. And thank you for joining me again, so we can journey together from being gracefully broken to purpose. All right, guys, I love you with the love of Christ, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.